Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to discuss about computer networks. My name is Siva Padmini, and I'm working in Marri Laxman Institute of Technology and Management as an assistant professor in the Department of Data Science. And my topic name is Introduction to Data Communications. The course outcomes which we discuss in the computer networks subject are in the first unit. We are going to discuss about we'll understand and explore the basics of computer networks and various protocols. So, and in the second unit, we'll discuss about the data link layer, and third unit, we'll discuss about protocols, and fourth unit, TCP and UDP, and in the fifth unit, we'll discuss about the concepts of application layer. The topic which we are going to discuss is about data communications, which will come under the first unit, and the course syllabus includes different components and how the flow of directions will be there in the between the different sender and the messenger, and networks and components and categories, and different types of connections, and different models and protocols. Coming to the case of data communications, so first we'll discuss about what is meant by definition of a network. What is a network? So a network is a set of devices. So we'll discuss about a set of devices, and already it is often it is called as a nodes also, and which are connected by the communication links. A node can be a computer, printer, or any other device capable of sending or receiving data generated by other nodes of the network. So when we are want to send one message from one sender to the another sender receiver, we'll transport that with the message in the form of a node. So a node can be of it can be of normal message, or it can be of a link also. A link can be a cable, air, optical fiber, or any medium which can transport a signal carrying information. So the information which we want to pass, that can be in the form of a normal message, or it can be in the form of a link also. Applications, on which particular area we are discussing or we'll apply our computer networks concept. First one is about communication. So when we want to communicate from sender to router, or from sender to the messenger, we'll use the format of a communication, and the message will be transferred from one end to the another end. Resource sharing, when we have some information and some resource we are having, and we want to share that resource to the other side, other end type, then we'll use the resource sharing. Data and application sharing. So the data and the application, when we want to use in the sharing, then we'll use the data and application. Different types of applications will be shared here. And entertainment, on which particular area we are applying our computer networks, that will be discussed here. And business applications, on what particular business area we are going to implement our computer networks, then we'll have our business applications. And a few more applications are education and e-learning. So how an e-learning can be implemented using the computer networks, we can have here banking and financial services, security and surveillance, internet and web browsing. These are the multiple areas for which we will implement our computer networks concept. So now coming to the case of introduction of data communications. So what is meant by a data communication? So data communications are the exchange of data between two devices via some form of a transmission medium such as a wide cable. When we want to pass data from one end to the another end, we should have some communication system. That communication can be in the form of a two devices in the form of a transmission medium such as a wide cable. Using a wide cable, we can transmit one information from one end to the other end. If you see here, components of the data communication system, we'll have a sender here, we have a receiver here. So a sender and receiver should be able to communicate, and it should be able to pass a message from one end to the another end. In the sender, what are the different messages we are having? Some rule 1, rule 2, rule so on up to rule and protocols are there, and the receiver will receive a rule 1, rule 2, so on up to rule and protocols. So here the message, in which particular message we want to pass from one sender to the receiver, that message will be transferred in the form of a wide cable, and it is the medium. So this is the medium through which the message is being passed from one source to the another source, or one sender to the another receiver. So these are the different things we are having, and what are the terminology we have used, we'll discuss now here. What is meant by a message? So the message is the information or data to be communicated. So when we want to communicate or we want to discuss anything or we want to transfer some information from one end to the another end, we have a message here. So popular forms of information include text, numbers, pictures, audio and video. So a text can be transferred and numbers can be transferred, picture can be transferred as a message, audio can be transferred as a message, as well as a video can also be transferred as a message. Second component is a sender. The sender is the device that sends the data message. So who is a sender means a sender is the one who will send the message. It can be a computer, workstation, telephone handset, video camera or any other things. So a sender, through which particular modem we are passing the message, that is called as a sender. The sender can be through computer we can pass message, through telephone handset we can pass message, or through some audio or video camera we can pass the message. Receiver. The receiver is the device that receives the message. The sender will send the message and the receiver should be able to receive the message. So again, when we are sending from computer to computer, it can be sender to receiver, computer to computer message will be transferring, or through computer to some other telephone workstation we can have. So receiver can also be in any of the form, that is a computer, workstation, a telephone handset, television or any other, etc. Transmission medium. The transmission medium is the physical path by which a message travels from sender to the receiver. So when we want to pass a message from sender to receiver, we should have a medium. Transmission medium should be there, and that transmission medium means on which particular path we are traveling the data, how we are passing the information from sender to receiver, that is called as a transmission medium. Protocol. Protocol is a set of rules that govern data communications. So what are the rules? Set of rules a sender is following. What are the set of rules a receiver is accepting? All these information will be in the form of a protocol, which we have a set of rules. That set of rules should be followed either by the sender, and that set of rules should be followed either by the receiver also. So these are the different components of the data communication. Now, what is meant by data representation? How we will represent the data? So information today comes in different forms such as text, numbers, images, audio and video. Information can be of any type. Now, how the direction of data flow will be there? How the data will be flowing? Flowing means how the data is being transferred or how the data is being transmitted from one end to the another end. We'll discuss now. First one is a simplex form. Now we'll have a mainframe, and in that the data will be there, and in the monitor we are able to display the data from the mainframe. Now the data flow will be in the form of only one direction in the simplex form. One direction direction of data will be in the simplex form. Means we'll have a mainframe computer, and from that we'll have some access to the data, and the monitor will be able to receive the data, and the monitor will be able to display the data, and the direction of flow will be in one direction from mainframe to the monitor. Second one is half duplex. Now in the half duplex we'll have a station, and we'll have a direction of data at time 1, and the station will be having a direction of data at the time 2. Means at one direction, at one time the sender will send the message, and in the another time the receiver will receive the message, and again it will send some message. Means at one time interval one data will be transferred, and another time interval another data will be transferred. This is called as a half duplex. Now what is meant by full duplex? Direction will be of data at all the time. Means the data can be transferred or data can be sent at any time, and both ways we can have the data. Transmission of data can be of any time or any place. No, any at all the time we can transfer the data. The simplex form. What is meant by simplex form? As we have discussed here, the direction of flow will be from mainframe to the monitor. So in simplex form, the communication is unidirectional, as in a one-way street. Keyboards and traditional monitors. When we are typing on the keyboard to type some message or text, that will be seen on the monitor. It will be in a one-way direction. So if we type from here, and that will be displayed on the monitor in a normal simple manner. Examples are keyboard and traditional monitors. Half duplex. In half duplex mode, each station can both transmit and receive but not at the same time. All the stations which are having which we want to communicate, every data can be transferred from one end to the another end in both sides but not at the same duration or at the same time. If we are sending some messages now and the receiver want to communicate again, it should send the message after some time. Examples: walkie talkies and citizen band radios. So if everyone has an idea about what is meant by walkie talkie, and most of the times we have we have seen this in the in when cops are having this walkie talkie, we have seen that. So one will come when communicate in walkie talkie first, and after the message has been received, the other person can have the access to communicate. Full duplex. In full duplex, both stations can transmit and receive simultaneously. Example: telephone network. Now when we are conversing in a telephone, when a person wants to communicate, the opposite person who are receiving the call can also communicate at the same time. This is called as a full duplex. So this is how the direction of flow will be there. And different references we have considered here are: for data communications we have considered Barrow's A 4005th edition. Thank you.